Welcome to the Women in Digital Dentistry podcast, where we empower through innovation. I'm Allison Lacoussiere, your host, and each week we'll explore the mindset and the skill set of creating a successful practice and life for women in business. From the latest in dental technology to mastering marketing strategies, creating team synergy, cultivating a powerful money mindset, this podcast is your resource to empower yourself and your team to have the most success possible. Whether you're an established business professional or just beginning your journey, we're here to help you unlock your full potential, lead with confidence, and have an incredible journey along the way. Welcome to the Women in Digital Dentistry podcast. Welcome to Women in Digital Dentistry. We are here with Dr. Valentina Leonett. Welcome to Women in Digital Dentistry.
Thank you so much for having me.
We are so excited to have you. And as our winner of Women in Digital Dentistry's year membership for being one of the most celebrated leaders in our industry, I just want to honor and acknowledge you for having so many people write so many incredible things about you that allowed us to say, oh my gosh, you are the person, let's get you in. And we're so excited to be here with you today to learn more about you.
Well, I appreciate it. And I also appreciate the huge community that I have around me, and their support has just meant the world.
Oh my gosh. Let me introduce you to our audience and then we're going to dig in. So, Dr. Valentina is a dentist, entrepreneur, and a speaker who loves inspiring others in and beyond the dental world. She was born and raised in Venezuela and came to the US chasing a dream. Today, she owns 2 private practices in Arizona and is all about building positive office culture, a strong community connection. And whether she's helping patients smile with confidence or sharing her journey on stage, Valentina is passionate about encouraging others to be fearless in the pursuit of their dreams. So welcome to our show today.
Thank you so much.
You also, the last time I got to meet you, the very first time I got to meet you, you had a very, very cute addition with you. Do you want to share a little bit about that?
I do. So I have an 8-month-old daughter, and she is pretty much the reason why I've been working and hustling so hard. When she came into my life, she just completely changed everything. And everything I do now is just to be able to spend time with her and give her a better future.
She was so cute. And it's incredible to see like so many women in our community have daughters or they have nieces or they have other young women in their lives that they feel so inspired to be their best selves for and ultimately make the world a better place for them. So it's really, really beautiful. Okay, I want to ask you about your background. So you were born and raised in Venezuela. How has your background influenced the way you lead your team and serve your community as a practice owner today?
So I was born and raised in Venezuela. I lived there until I was 17 years old. And then I moved to the US with just that dream of becoming a dentist. And so through my journey into dental school and into practice ownership, I've faced a lot of challenges. But at the same time, my experience and my ability to speak Spanish and English fluently has opened a lot of doors. So when I moved out to Arizona, I realized there was such a need for Spanish-speaking providers, and it's made a world of an impact on my patients because they're able to communicate directly with me in Spanish. So my goal is always to show my team members that even if we don't have those basic communication skills in Spanish, because a lot of them didn't know anything, you can still have that joy and that charisma that just resonates with patients and makes them feel comfortable. And that energy is contagious. A lot of the feedback we get about our office is just how incredible our team is, how happy they are to be there, how welcome they feel. And it all starts from how I grew up, the people around me, and how we are able to share that with our patients so that they feel comfortable enough to come to us and feel like they're at home and feel like they're family.
Oh my gosh, I could totally see how that makes such a big difference. What were some of the challenges that you faced coming in? And I mean, you've achieved so much and you are so young and you've just been able to do what it seems to me like everything you've really wanted to do. How did you manage to get through those challenges?
A lot of it had to do with understanding that every time I heard the word no or that a door closed on me, it was because there was something better waiting for me on the other side. And it took a couple years to get into that mindset. But once I realized that no just means not now,
Hmm.
I started changing my perspective. So some of the challenges I faced included not getting into dental school the first time I applied. And I thought my world was over because I had moved to this country to pursue that dream, and all of a sudden it seemed like it wasn't going to happen. And I was like, well, what am I going to do? I need to readjust because this is something I really want to do. And I'm glad I did because I had never thought about applying to Arizona for dental school. Had I not moved here, I wouldn't have met my husband, I wouldn't have my daughter, I wouldn't have my two practices. So it all kind of unfolded. And it's really beautiful to like stand on this side now and look back and be like, wow, like there was a reason this whole thing happened. So I just hold on to that mindset as I move forward. And I think it's made me the person I am today, very resilient, but also very just go with the flow. If it doesn't happen, it's for a reason. We just have to keep going.
Hmm. I love that. It's really powerful. And I see a lot of people as a coach get hung up on their roadblocks. And it's so unfortunate because really it's just a detour, or like you said, it just means not right now, or something better is waiting for me. So it's just redirection really. And for you to be able to like know that from your own personal experience and be able to share that with others, I think is so powerful. What message do you feel is most important for women in dentistry to hear right now, and why?
I wish I had someone to tell me this before when I was going through the whole process, but I think vulnerability is not a bad thing. It's actually a superpower. We don't have to have it all figured out. We don't have to have all the answers in the moment. And I think people appreciate when you can just be honest and be like, I don't have the answer right now, but I will work on it. Or I don't know exactly where I'm headed, but I know I want to get to this point. And if we choose to own that and be authentic in the way we go about things, it's much easier to connect with other people and take those risks and know that you'll end up where you're supposed to end up by still holding true to who you are.
Oh, good. And honestly, this is why you're such a valuable member of our community, because this is one of our core um, values of women in
Mhm.
digital dentistry is vulnerability. Because I see so many practice owners and women who are they're siloed in their own struggles or their own life, and their truth is we all struggle. We all struggle, but do we put those struggles on social media? Do we call our friends and share with them what we're going through? So often not, because there's this perspective of needing to have everything together, everything buttoned up. And when we can share just our struggles, what we're going through, our vulnerability, that is the foundation of human connection. And that's really so much the way that women grow and heal and thrive together, is by having those shared experiences. So it's so important for us to be able to do that.
Absolutely. And now as a new mom, I realize it even more. Sometimes I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, I wish I would have been there more for my friends when they were having babies. I didn't know any better. But it has been really nice to be able to connect with other women who are also working moms and they own their practices and they understand kind of the struggles that we go through as dentists and as business owners. Because you are almost expected to always hold this persona and you're expected to do it at work and you're expected to do it at home. And in reality, there's only so much we can hold together before we fall apart. And talking about it with other women who understand and can relate has made it so much easier. It's almost like a weight is lifted off my shoulders because we can talk about practice ownership and be like, oh, we all have the same issues. It's not just me. I'm not alone on this little island. Same thing with motherhood and even practicing dentistry. You know, we've all been in that spot where we're like, "Ah, today wasn't a great day, but it's all about how we readjust so that we can make tomorrow a better one."
Totally, 100%. And I know if we could find a like specific demographic of human beings that hold themselves to high standards, I would say female dentists are like top of the board. Like they are like a high level of excellence, perfection, wanting everything to be really, really, really high level. Like just it's what you went to school for. It's just part of, I think, being a great dentist means excellence. And it means excellence in very small, detailed spaces, which sometimes can translate into life of the life has to be perfect or it has to be excellent. And I see so many women holding themselves to that high standard, but also being really, really hard on themselves. And as they're going through this growth and these changes, I think having a lot of grace for yourself as you're navigating things, navigating new things, navigating things for the very first time, having a lot of weight or pressure on your shoulders as a mom and a practice owner and a clinician is so important. And when you can hear other women being like, yep, I don't have that together, or like, I don't know what I'm doing, or like, yep, that patient did not like what I did today. That's normal and it's
Yeah.
happening all the time. And it's just like, there's nothing wrong with you.
Mhm.
You're not broken. Nothing's like, you're not doing anything bad. It's just part of the nature of this experience. And I think that's a lot, there's a lot of freedom in knowing that people are going through that together.
Yeah.
The
No,
other
I
thing,
100% agree.
the other thing that's really interesting that I've been hearing a lot of from like bigger companies and education is like what women are now the majority coming out of dental school. I would be so curious to know like what your thoughts are on that and how that's going to change dentistry and what these younger dentists coming into practice for the first time, like how do we support them in, you know, being healthy, being happy, being successful as a female dentist?
Mhm. I I saw those stats too, and it made me really happy because I think for a long time women kind of held back on certain jobs because they thought, if I want to be a mom, I can't make a career out of this, or too many responsibilities, or there are different things to do. And with time, I've seen more and more women figure it out as they go. And one of the things I love about my job and the community I've built is being able to mentor younger professionals, especially women who are going into the field of dentistry. And one of the things that I've learned is that the ability to self evaluate and hold ourselves accountable for our standards and what we want to do is pretty much what's going to take us to the next level. So there's a fine balance between wanting to do everything perfect and knowing that it's okay to make mistakes, but I need to work on myself to be able to improve down the road. And that's what I tell the women I've had the pleasure of mentoring is you want to be excellent and you can be, but you also have to find a time to realize, like, I can do this better and I need to go to people who know how to do it better so that I can be better. And as long as we're constantly learning and working on ourselves, it's going to be much easier to find a rhythm in the hectic world of dentistry. As practice owners, I think we also have to be more aware of the needs that we do have as women, especially as moms. Um, you know, when I first started, I was like, go, go, go. I don't need any breaks and any of this. And now that I have my daughter, I'm like, no, it's nice for me to be able to take a day off. Let's just pack my schedule for 3 days so I can take an extra day off during the week. And so being able to accommodate to still meet goals in the office, but still reach those personal goals, I think is the most important thing. It's about finding a balance, and it all starts with communication from both sides.
Yeah, so important. And I've seen that like where I've coached or mentored female
Mhm.
clinicians and there is like one path and then once they have children, it's not like you can't do all the things that you want. It's just you need to know and understand what you need in order to make it successful. And I think asking for help, just being honest and saying like I need support with this or I need help with this or this is what it looks like today is so important. So I love that.
Yeah, I have an open door policy in my office. It's like, if you're feeling some sort of way, you need time off, whatever it is, like, come in and talk to me. I am not going to
Mhm.
be upset. I am not going to be mad. We just need to find a solution together, and maybe
Mhm.
it's not 100% both ways, but we can meet halfway. We can find a way to make it work. And I think the more we are open to having those conversations, the better it's going to be overall, not just for women in dentistry, just for the field in
Yeah,
general.
100%. I just wrote an article on how the future of dentistry is human,
Yep.
even though we're in a digital era. Like we are going to use tech. We love technology. Obviously, this is women
Mhm.
in digital dentistry, but
Yeah.
the thing about technology that I think is the best is that it actually helps us to free up the
Mhm.
support of human beings even more and having policies like that and being able to just let people know that there is opportunity for a solution. I think it allows people to have permission to just share more honestly of what they're going through rather than bottle it or hide or retract or retreat or quit, like things like that, that we sometimes like we catch it too late when we can actually just solve the problem and work together on this. So
I
really
agree.
beautiful.
Yeah.
So you've successfully built two thriving practices from the ground up. What have been some of the biggest leadership lessons that you've learned along the way?
I can't do it alone. That's what it comes down to. Um, None of this would be possible if I didn't have an amazing team by my side. And I make sure to celebrate all the little wins we have in the office, no matter how small. Sometimes they make fun of me because I celebrate the smallest thing. But truly, I wouldn't be here today, like having this time off, if it weren't for them. They are incredible, and everything I've built, from one practice to the next has been because I have been vulnerable enough to say, I can't do this alone. I need to go to the people that know how to do this so that I save myself headaches and hardships down the road. Granted, they're still going to be there. It comes with everything we do. But if you can rely on people to help you find a roadmap of where you're supposed to go and how you're supposed to do it, your life becomes much easier. My team is just amazing. They are incredible human beings. A lot of them didn't even have dental experience when they started with me, and they've just learned along the way. And I appreciate that about them because they're so eager and just like hungry to learn and do things that it makes going to work fun. We did like a little survey to see like what you enjoy the most about your job and what we could improve in the office so everyone is happy. And the most repeated comment was that it doesn't feel like work. Like they enjoy coming to work, it's fun, it's a family environment, and patients notice it too. They'll come in, they'll ask for certain team members. They get excited to hear about their life updates. So we just kind of continue to build on this community sense. And what I feel and how I celebrate is translated to down the chain. And so they know that if they're in a struggle, like if they're struggling, they don't need to figure it out on their own. They can come and ask for help, and someone is going to jump in and be there for them. And so to me, that's leadership, is being able to empower them and encourage them to do things on their own. And if they can't figure it out on their own, they know they can go to someone else.
Wow, yes, 100%. And I mean, there's such a variety of cultures that I see in dental practices, and it either can be truly the best place to work. It's so fun, it's so connected. You're changing people's lives in your office. You have this group of like friends. And
Mhm.
then I've seen it the other way where it's like people don't even want to come to work. And the amount of like heartache, stress, just how physically bad it is for you to go to work and not feel excited, like the consequence is so huge. But then on the other side, like the amount of joy and fulfillment that you get from being in a culture that like lifts you up, that teaches you, that you feel like you have a family, people need that more than ever. That's what humans are looking for in their career. They're looking for purpose, they're looking for connection, they're looking for that family experience of people that are supporting them. And so for you to be able to build that for your own practice is incredible. Have
We
you
joke
had,
around.
oh,
Oh,
go for
sorry.
it.
We
Go.
joke around that our phones, and Google Maps or Apple Maps, it tells us that the office is home. And so we were joking around because it doesn't recognize it as work. And they're like, "Yeah, we spend so much time together and we're still learning new things about each other." And I love that. I love that even though we see each other for so many hours a day and combined in a week, we still have that joy. We still get to joke around and continue to build on each other, learn about each other, and just support each other as we go along in this life.
100%. I mean, I've had the best like experiences in my career being inside of a practice that is, we all work together. Like our group chat was like, we are family. And we like called them like every month. We're like, this is our family reunion day where once a month we'd go like bowling or we do something
Mhm.
fun, but it was like family day, but it was our
Yeah.
practice. And it felt like that, going through like highs and lows in life. These are the people you're with every single day. And it can be really, really powerful when you have a culture like that.
100%. Yeah. And right now I have one of my assistants is actually moving on to dental school, so he'll be leaving me in a couple weeks to start dental school. And the amount of joy and happiness I feel is everyone's like, "Aren't you sad you're losing an assistant?" I'm like, "Yeah, but I can't be sad because I know they're gonna move on to something so much better, and they are gonna be such an incredible clinician that I can't be sad." I'm just excited to see what their future has in store.
Talk about an abundance mindset. That
Mhm.
is that is it. And I feel you just knowing you over the last few weeks really is that one of your biggest skills is that you have that abundance mindset. Like you see your perspective and your lens through just there's more to go around for everyone. We can give more love, we can serve. And I feel like that's probably one of your biggest like assets as a practice owner.
I love it. I think when the people around you are succeeding, you just have to root for them and like continue
Mhm.
putting that out there. I love seeing my friends accomplishing their goals, whatever that looks like. Not practice ownership is not for everyone. You know, some of my friends are really happy with being associates. They'd have no desire to be a practice owner, but they are killing it. Like they are doing incredible work, and they get to go home and not worry about the business side, which sometimes I get a little bit jealous. But
Yeah.
um, they they're doing just such incredible work, and I love seeing other people succeed. And that's why I'm so big on social media, because we can share both. We can talk about we're not doing so well, and there's going to be someone there with you, and we can talk about how amazing things are going, and there's going to be people there supporting you and cheering you on so that you can do even better.
100%. What does the future hold for you? Like you've done so much in such a short amount of time. Like tell me about like 10 years from now. What do you see for yourself?
I would like to have a couple more practices. I enjoy the part of ownership and the business side of it, but I also enjoy being in that chair and building that one-on-one connection with patients. Um, so yeah, I'm like torn between both because I know realistically I'm only one person and I can't do it all, but I would like to have a couple more practices and continue building what I have right now. Obviously, with my daughter, spend time with her and be able to just be there and present whenever she needs me. And personally, I started my speaking career because when I was in dental school, I wish I had someone to tell me all these things. I feel like at that time, there weren't as many women speaking up and sharing their stories and putting themselves out there. And I want to do a lot more of that. Like I said, I love seeing people grow and accomplish their dreams. Like I get so happy when I get DMs of like, "Hey, I got into dental school," or "I'm graduating," or "I bought my own practice." Like it genuinely makes me happy. So I want to continue to build on that because if there's one thing that I've learned in this life is that you need to do things that make you happy and you need to build on those things in order to feel successful, feel like
Mhm.
you've reached success in this life.
Oh my gosh, yes. Yes. Follow your desires, follow your joy, and they really are they're going to lead you to where you want to be in your
Mhm.
life. You can trust them. I love that.
Yeah.
Valentina, thank you so much for being on our podcast. Thank you for being a part of our community. Thank you for being such an inspiration to so many people. And I can't wait to continue being a part of your journey for seeing how many women you can support and just be an example for in this industry.
Thank you so much for having me. This platform and everything you've built has been incredible. I think more women, especially now in the digital era, need to rely on each other with everything that's at our fingertips. And being able to connect with women in the same mindset is so refreshing, and it's just been incredible. So I'm excited to see the growth that's going to happen in the upcoming years.
Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. Ladies, if you have been watching this and you want to reach out to Valentina, please find her on social media. Remind us what your social media is for them to easily
Um,
find you.
Dr. Valentina Leonett. Pretty easy.
Perfect. We'll put those in the show notes. Go and give her some love, follow her, and stay tuned for the next episodes of Women in Digital Dentistry. Thank you. Thank you for joining us on this episode of Women in Digital Dentistry. We hope you found today's discussion inspiring and full of actionable insights to help you thrive in your practice and beyond. If you enjoyed this episode, please be sure to subscribe so you never miss an update. And if you know someone who would benefit from these conversations, please share this podcast with them. We would love to hear your thoughts and feedback, so feel free to leave us a review or connect with us on social media. Together, we are building a powerful community of women leading the way in digital dentistry. Until next time, keep innovating, keep growing, and keep making a difference in the world of dentistry. Thanks for listening.